it's Pastor John. It's Sunday, the first Sunday in Lent. As the days get longer and light increases, the days lengthen from the old meaning of Lent or lengthen. So we need more light today. I invite you to worship here at 10:15 with us on campus or online, and I hope you can jump in with our reading and sacred invitations. Today's reading from the Gospel is from Mark chapter 2, and it talks about fasting. Here's what Jesus and the disciples talked about. Now John's disciples and the Pharisees were fasting, and people came to Jesus and said, "Why do John's disciples and the disciples of the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast?" And Jesus said to them, "Can the wedding guest fast while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast in that day." It's interesting that there are people that are keeping score kind of on Jesus, and they're trying to find out if he's really following all the rules and all the laws of the time. And there's a time for fasting. But Jesus said there's a time for feasting. And the celebration of the arrival of Jesus Christ and his ministry beginning is not the time to fast, it's the time to feast. But now in the season of Lent, many people talk about what I'm giving up. I read this recently. Do you want to fast this Lent? How about these words? Fast from hurting words and say kind words. Fast from sadness and be filled with gratitude. Fast from anger and be filled with patience. Fast from pessimism and be filled with hope. For 40 days you can't be pessimistic. I know it could be challenging. Fast from worries and have trust in God. Oh, he's hitting me here. Fast from complaints. No complaining for 40 days. Contemplate simplicity. Fast from pressures and be prayerful. What if every pressure for 40 days became a breath prayer where God help me, I can get through this. Fast from bitterness. Fill your hearts with joy. You know what? About 40 days, you just give everybody in last year that made you mad a break. How about fast from selfishness and be compassionate? This is great to say, I'm going to take something I would enjoy and I'm going to give it to somebody in need. How about fast from grudges and be reconciled? What if every one of us fasted from all grudging and grudges and grudge holding? I'd like to say fast from grumpiness, but that's not in the list I'm reading. Fast from words. Oh my, now he hit me hard. Be silent and listen to the guy who loves to talk at you all the time. Be willing to be silent and listen. Be still and know that I am God. This list is from Pope Francis. I'm reading from my friend Kurt Blackwell at Lewiston Church, who shared this with me recently. Fasting is tough, but Jesus fasted. Why did he do that? Before he began battle with the enemy and the real work of spiritual work of building a new ministry from the beginning, he fasted in the desert and was tested and tried by the enemy. And then he began his walk to the cross, maybe before the next big thing God's going to do in our life this year, and even in our church or ministry. God would have us fast and prepare ourselves as leaders. I believe that people watching this video are leaders. They're spiritual mentors. They're life coaches. They're people who invest in other people. Before you take on this new challenge, maybe it's a time to fast and pray. I remember many times when I just didn't eat all day, just to pray and be quiet. Can you imagine me not eating, being quiet for 8 whole hours? But the Lord asked me to do that in seasons of my life. If God's asking you to do that, set something aside and spend some time with him, or time with people who desperately need you to be present. As one person's challenged me recently, digital declutter my life, to set some things down and be more. Lord bless you. See you tomorrow.